One day at the sheds, there were two new diesels. One was a Class 40 and the other was a Class 33. The controller has plans to buy a Class 08, but has decided to have two for now. The diesel surveyed the shed.
It's time, Roy, that we took this railway over.
Shh, Arnold. It's their railway after all.
Racist blue bugger.
Not for long. Our controllers say steam engines spoil our image.
Of course we do. We show what forwards you are. Call yourself engines. If anything happens, you care nothing for your train. You just moan for a fitter.
Also, look how gay you dress.
We bring it home, if only on one cylinder.
Nothing ever happens to us. We are reliable.
Vulgar noises greeted this.
How rude.
You asked for it. Now shut up!
The next day, Herbert was rolling home, tender first. That's a no-no for Chris Thompson.
I'm a failed engine. I lost my regulator. Driver says it's jammed wide open, and he can't mend it till I'm cool. However, I've got steam, and my driver can use my reverser.
He reached the signal box and stopped, whistling for a road. On the opposite box, on the lineup, stood Arnold with a long train. Suddenly, as Herbert thought he was going to throw a few insults, the signalman came out.
Oh, for flip's sakes, take the spank cunt away! It's failed the expresses behind that old spank cunt does as well for a fitter!
Spunk cunt?
Stop it! I will take my fingers at you!
Then Herbert switched lanes and pulled Arnold to the one he was on. And then the express that was pulled by Roy passed by. Suddenly, Roy was having trouble of his own. Roy's engine was spluttering, and then he stopped.
Look, spunk cunt. It's your little butt buddy.
This is no laughing matter.
Oh well, he did try to shut old spunk cunt here up last night. Shall I try and push Roy's express and pull old spunk cunt over here?
Well, it's worth a try.
Then Herbert pulled Arnold, and then he coupled up to Roy. Then the cavalcade went on its way. They eventually arrived at the station where Ferret and Graham were at.
Well, look at that good old Herbert. Worked hard enough for two, I see.
The passengers buzzed out like angry bees, but the controller told them about Herbert, and the passengers forgot to be cross and thanked him. Then Graham took over the express and headed off.
Return that useless engine to the other railway. I will write my reviews later.
Soon Herbert took Roy to the works to be mended.
I'm sorry about last night.
That's alright. You did shut Arnold up last night.
And made a fool of myself today too.
Rubbish. My injector failed today, and look what I managed to pull off.
You failed!
Roy had a lot to think about.